Okay, we'll heal. Hello, my people. Hello. Just moving here. This is on YouTube and shit like that. I mean, Facebook. So, look at the camera. The lighting. It looks pretty good, to be quite honest with you. I'm shocked. Like, and look at, you see my fro? See my fro, guys? Look at this shit. Look at this. This is beautiful right here, guys. It is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is. Alright? Seriously. So, what am I here to talk about? Guys, as you can tell from the title, this is it. Alright? This is it. We've been knowing this for quite a while. We know that this day is gonna come. Alright? I never made no dates or anything like that. You guys know that. But I've always say pay attention to around July and August of this year, and things will happen in around that time. Um, and then, in the back of my head, things were just telling me about December, and that started literally by in the beginning of the year. When the beginning of the year started, my mind was just telling me, watch December, okay? And I'm just like, okay, all right. And then once we were getting closer, around I think July is when I made that video. When I got confirmation from Mama, the planet herself, the cosmic Mama, um, when I got the confirmation from her of like, yes, this is it. You don't have to do YouTube videos anymore. That I'm just like, holy shit, this is done. This is literally done. That's it. That's it. This is it. This is literally it, guys. Okay? Remember the H made a video, and I will show you it. Shout out to Remedy H. Shout out to that brother. Um, I have I've had dreams about this brother before. I've seen him in my dreams, and it's like they're very vivid scenarios of how of where I see him. Basically, where I see him in my dream. Basically, the last time I saw him, I was literally right next to him. He was literally right here next to me. We were literally talking and chilling. I don't know what we were talking about, but we were hanging out and chilling and shit. And someone was right next to me. I don't know who it was, but I didn't know who it was. But it, I don't know. I just how it's one of those dreams that's like you see the pictures of it, and then when you wake up, you don't really know what was the full dream of it. It's like that. That's really what it was. That's like the second time I had a dream about Remedy H about Sema, which is yeah, it's pretty like that. So um, what he talked about in his latest video about like, hold on, let me look at the title before I make some words up for no freaking reason. I apologize for that, but oh no, you must prepare yourself for what's to come. It's true. I've said this before and I said it again. Prepare to what is to come, guys. Prepare. Prepare for what is to come. Okay? People that haven't been in tune and spiritual with themselves, let them worry about what's going to happen soon. Let them worry about that whole commotion. Okay? Because when Remedy H pointed out what he said in that video, he's not wrong. He's not lying. Why? Because I saw it. I already saw it. Like, I'm not saying I'm seeing it right now, but I'm saying that I saw it before it's happening. And it's happened to me before. And I always say it's happened to you guys too. Okay? So, we all know this is it. There's no joke. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no sugarcoating it. This is it. This is it. Okay? This is it. Oh, but what happens if we hit January and nothing happens and shit like that? Look, that could be your prerogative, but when shit is going down and you still think that nothing's happening, that's your fault. You, how, I'll say this right now. How are you going to ignore it when it's literally going to be in your face? Okay? Literally, I think, what was the sister's name? The sister, I forgot, what was the sister's name, man? I need to look at her YouTube channel. Redirect, I think yeah, that is her channel. She mentioned, I believe that she mentioned that there's a lot of people that don't believe in the spirit world around here and think that they know so much about the spirit world. And I'm like, exactly. Like, you guys talk shit about the spirit world and acting like you know about it, but once we tell you what's up with the spirit world, you guys are like, no, that's not true. You're false. You're lying. You're crazy. So, for example, if I told you that, oh, something happens in the astral realm and then it physically happens here, some people would think that I'm crazy. You guys would believe it, obviously, because you know that shit and everything like that. But if you didn't know that, that's why I don't blame brothers and sisters for not knowing that, because they haven't found that knowledge and no one hasn't told them. Yes, but hey, that's the thing. All my life, I've been hearing stuff from like other people that are, you know, in tune with themselves over the years and shit like that, and I listen to them, and then like at first I'm all like, they might have something, but every time I hang out with people that are like, oh, yeah, oh, whatever, oh, ha ha ha, but then eventually they start thinking about it too, and I'm like, yeah, it's because either because I'm thinking about it and you're thinking about it because it's just connecting that way, or people are just waking the fuck up. It is. Seriously. You know? I look, despite that how everyone feels about the Thanksgiving thing, I was gonna upload a video about the Addis family Thanksgiving thing. I'm still gonna upload that despite Thanksgiving is over. I was trying to upload that today, but YouTube is giving me the runaround, so I eventually will upload it. Don't worry. So look forward to that. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Drinking beer and shit like that. Freaking being a drunken ninja for a moment, but I'm not really drunk at all. But just one beer to drink something to, because I ate something and I have no water right now. Well, actually, I have water. It's just that I don't want to waste it. Yeah, there's that. You know, because I'm telling you guys that this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. You know, and a beer's not gonna fucking kill me. Calm down. You know, but I will again. Ooh, sorry. I will show Reminage's video here. I will show you that. But I just want to give my thoughts out here and everything like that because this is it. It is. I want to give you my thoughts and my opinions of some of the stuff here, and obviously of me just talking a bit of how what's how I feel about this whole thing, giving you my perspective basically, and that's what I've always done ever since I joined YouTube. Just give you my perspective. Now ever since I meditated and everything like that, more and more and more, I see things that are just like that people are not seeing, but but eventually they're gonna see it. They have no choice but to see it eventually, because what's gonna happen is they can't. People can't be ignorant, especially when it's in their face, man. When it's in their face, they're gonna be so in shock that when it's in their face, they're gonna be in a type of shock that they have never witnessed. They're gonna look up in the sky and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is that crap? And then they're gonna try to look at the news or their religious stuff and try to find answers. Then some of these people will go to a church and scream at their priest and tell them, yo, what the fuck's up? And what's the priest gonna say? I'm telling you, people, we're gonna get some fights in our hands here. Okay? Seriously. Newsflash. If you see any brothers or sisters flying above you, and obviously you know what's going on, but a lot of people here don't. So what do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna freak the fuck out. Okay? Now, for you and me, I'm telling you this right now. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Grammy each said the same shit too, and it's true. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. And don't act like they're gonna save you. That's not what they're doing. To be honest, we bought them here. We did a good job. To be quite honest, anyone that's been building, meditating, knowing thyself, you guys been doing a good job. You have. You guys been doing a good job. This, take it from me, that is an ancient soul as fuck, and I've seen a lot of shit that's I'm all like, what the fuck's wrong with you people? You guys have done a wonderful job. The 1% has literally succeeded. The what we call the what is it? The what was that thing that the guy called it? What was that thing that fucking David Wilcock called it? Which is kind of funny that he called it that. What did he call it? Um, the Galactic Experiment or some shit like that, which is kind of funny that he says that. I mean, this orc says that. I'm just repeating what he says. I'm not listening to him. I'm just, you know, a long time ago, I used to listen to him and shit like that, and I'm like, huh, what? You know, but before I found out more about thyself and stuff like that, about my people and shit like that, I don't even watch none of that shit anymore. Seriously, I used to follow one orc también that used to talk about shit about the Anunnaki. Literally, I'm not playing with you. And I used to watch his videos, and did I disagree with him and everything like that? I disagreed with him with a lot of things, to be quite honest with you, because he was a religious nut, not a nut, but he was a religious person. But that orc did point it out that hey, just he didn't mock spirituality either. He thought spirituality was a very important thing also. So there's that. I don't know what to food for thought for that. I guess congratulations. I guess congratulations. You want to say that, but then you want to talk shit about the Anunnaki. You know, especially when you have false things about the Anunnaki and shit like that, which is kind of funny. You know, oh, they want to, harvest us and shit like that and eat us and shit. That's disgusting. It is. That's disgusting. Who wants to do that? Seriously. The only people that want to do that is the invaders that took the land of the original people and started slaughtering them, eating them, killing them. Oh, and some of them look like Caucasian people. Oh, I'm sorry. That I went too far there? That I went too far? Maybe I didn't went too far. Maybe I just hit a nerve that pissed people off a little bit because they know it's true. And maybe you were part of it with that whole fucking all shit over. And for that, screw you. You're getting dealt with too. You all. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. If you were part of this shit that was fucking us over, you're getting karma up the ass. There's people that get karma today because what they did back in what they did back in previous life. They might be a good person here, but who knows in the previous life they did terrible shit. Who knows? I'm not dumb. You need to find that out yourself, to be quite honest with you. You really do. Because no one's not going to help that out but you. Yes, you might find some, some, I guess, priests and gurus. I guess that's what they're called. But you will find some brothers and sisters that can help you with that. And yes, they're all brothers and sisters that can do that. But, I mean, not that I can think of anything from the top of my head right now. Because I haven't found one. What? I can mention one on YouTube, but really one? This one on YouTube for no reason, which you don't even know if they're even talking the truth or not. Because again, it's going back to what I said. It's the Truman Show. How you know that I'm not lying to you right now? That's why I'm saying, think for yourself, man. Think for yourself and see things from not. I don't want to see things in a higher knowledge. That's why I'm saying meditate a lot and obviously um build, because building still helps with that frequency, guys. It really does. It really truly does. So I'll get to the Remedy H video here. I know I'm just I know most people probably think I'm just babbling, and I don't want you guys to think that 14 minutes long. That's not bad. It's 15 minutes right now, but let me see. I want to double check that. Yeah, almost 15 minutes. It's getting there. So let's put what Remedy H talked about here. So I'll be quiet.
Just know, very soon, vessels shall cover the sky. Do not fear. Do not fear, my brothers and sisters. Do not let your heart become heavy laden by what you see. This is the return of those who have always been here. There is so much that we have lost and so much that we must regain.
Guess it, yeah.
This system that's in place at this present moment is not supposed to be.
It really
It was
isn't.
supposed to be, but it happened. It happened. Now that so many of you have awakened, your frequencies and vibrations are literally bringing back so much, and you're causing this realm to go into higher dimensions every second. Your spirituality is changing everything very soon.
I want to say something right now. How you know that you guys have been doing a good job, to be quite honest, guys, every time I meditate, that frequency is so much that you feel it instantly. You feel it instantly from your top chakra, your first eye chakra. You feel it. You just feel it. Once you go like, or go like, you just instantly feel it, and you feel a urge of frequency. It's not like as what it was back then when you have to constantly be like, basically meditating, and then it goes up slowly, 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 then you're feeling that vibration. Now it's just like you feel that energy. That's just me. If you feel any different, hey, that's fine. But that's what I'm feeling. That is what I'm feeling. If you're feeling the same thing, cool. If you're not, then I'm not saying you're stupid or everyone has had their own experiences here. So that's what I'm feeling. So every day, to be honest, I literally meditate every day. There were some days that I miss some and shit like that, but I still meditate, so.
There will be vessels everywhere, and everything that has a business or money attached to it will be destroyed. Their hub centers will be destroyed. They will know what it's like. They will have nowhere to hide.
I don't know.
For the time is coming. And the time is coming very soon, brothers and sisters.
Yep.
We attack at dawn. After dawn, everything begins to fall. Their calendar year 2023, the year of chaos and confusion. Chaos and confusion everywhere. They will try to fight their way out of something that they can't fight.
Mm-hmm.
They will know. They will know what willpower is. They will know what hell is. Very soon, my brothers and sisters, there will be vessels all over the sky.
Yep.
Everywhere. All over the major cities. And everything will be destroyed. Everything that these Saxons and Orientals created, everything will be destroyed.
And I see it every day.
Start all over again. Just know.
That's the thing, man. Like, I wake up sometimes and I see that shit every day. I get like vivid things sometimes that I'd be like, sometimes, I'll be honest with you, like sometimes I get vivid visions of like me passing, like sometimes when I walk by people, I haven't mentioned this before in some videos, I walk by certain places, like buildings and shit, and I just get vivid flash of a vivid image of a flash, and that building's gone, and there's people under it, dead. And they look like you and me. Because they didn't listen. There's still some orcs, yes, but I saw a lot of all people that didn't listen. And literally, I'm just thinking about the homeless man that I see like almost every day. He is even fine. Everyone else dies around him, man. And I'm like, a game store that I pass by every day that I like going to because, good people and shit. Destroyed. I had a vivid thing seeing it destroyed, and I'm like, holy shit. It's just things that I see, guys. Every time I pass buildings, sometimes it's just like, and I'm like, what the fuck that I just saw? I just saw this building literally be gone and people under it, and the skies are literally like, like no kidding. Yeah, I hear screams and fire alarms and all that shit. Seriously, I'm not playing with you. Because going back to what I said, if one person sees a brother and sister up in the sky, what's going to happen? They're going to start fucking freaking out. Caucasian or not. Even if they know about this shit or not, or what's happening to the planet, or what some people did this shit. They don't. There's a lot of people here that don't know. Some people want to point out that some Caucasians don't know. Some of them probably don't know. But sometimes I like to think that majority of them are ignorant or not ignorant, don't want to tell you. And the small minority of them that don't know shit. Or they just want to act they don't know shit. It's one of the other. It can't be in between, to be quite honest. Either you don't know, you're naive to it, or you're trying to hide it. There's no in between. There isn't. There really isn't. It's the same thing with all people. You either know, you don't know, or you're involved in it. Okay? Because you fucked it up. Do I have 20 heads? No offense to any brothers and sisters that have that. You know what I'm talking about, to my Titans brothers and sisters, because I know some of us have that. No offense to you, Hydra. Seriously. But, alright, let's keep going with this video.
Spiritual war. Because you have to fight these sections on the spirit level.
Mm-hmm.
They have something in them. It is something in them that causes them to go to this like berserker mode. It's something in them. And they are going to be a different type of species. They're going to be like wild people. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, they're going to be like wild people. You have to tap into your spirituality. Do not allow your heart to fail you.
Exactly.
Prepare yourself for this day. Go deep into your spirituality, deep into the darkness. The darkness is the only thing that's going to save you. And your powers is going to be the only thing that's going to destroy everything. Because as this system falls, and the energies that this system is pulling from our planet, from our realm, this energy is going to be returned back to us. Why do you think they have all these buildings everywhere? These buildings are draining the energy so that we won't tap into this energy. But as the brothers,
yeah, going back to that, they do that because the planet itself is a circuit board. So anywhere that they plant their buildings on is basically a chip. Have you ever went to a plane and looked down? I remember seeing that in 2012 when I was going to my when I was visiting my dad, and I literally looked down and I'm like looking at it and I'm like, son of a bitch. But when you tell people that, they want to think you're crazy. I'm like, why you don't see a fucking circuit board while you're flying in the sky on a plane, dude? Look at it, dude. Look at the fucking lines. Look at the way it's measured. Give me a circuit board and I pointed out what the fuck it is. Because you can't tell me you're looking at a circuit board and you are in a fucking flying up in the sky and you're looking down and you tell me it's not the same. You can't tell me that shit. You can't. You can't tell me it's not the same. It is. That's why people have that eye to see. When people have that eye to see, they see things that other people do not. And those are gifted people, man. They are gifted people. But those are the people that are treated like shit. But guess what? Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. But you know what's the sad part is? I know deep down that these brothers and sisters won't even be around. Not because they'll die, no. It's because they're going to be doing what they have to do. Same thing with me. What do you think I mentioned before? When shit goes down, I won't be around with my friends and family. I know what's going to happen. Okay? It's not fear or anything like that. I know exactly what's going to happen. Right? It's not abandoning them or anything like that. It's what I need to do. Okay? Going back.
And begin to destroy. All those energies will return to us. And these Saxons will know who to attack. Get ready.
So, excuse me. The reason I want to point this out is because my children are coming soon, and so is my astral realm wives, my multiple wives I have and shit like that in the astral realm. Um, that I found out obviously over the years and days and months and shit like that. So they're gonna come here. They're gonna come here, and I already know they're gonna come here. My Neptunians, my Neptunian children, they were busy doing something. I had helped them, but they told me, like, thank you for, helping us and shit like that. You heard what happened and shit like that. But this is our war, but you gotta do yours soon. And then we'll be there. We will meet you. We will meet you there. They're gonna come. They're gonna come. You know, and I already know that I can already see my look. I know this. My wives are gonna come here first before my children do, and I already know that. They're already ready. They're already set to like literally look for me and get me. And this is not because I talk to them and I just know within. I just know within. I know what's going on, and I know them. Right? Seriously. And you guys have no idea what's going to happen here. You guys have no idea. Have no fucking idea. Have no idea. Right? And look, I wanna. This is what they look like. This is just my plush card. Ignore her for now. But that's what they look like. My Neptunian children. So I remember when I had a dream about them and I saw them in my dream. So, and yes, I created them. I don't know if I mentioned that. I have, so I don't want to repeat a lot of things here. But this is something I do want to show. I want to show this right here because, yeah, I decided to get new books because I want to translate something from a book to here. So, and I got obviously the sigils on here and everything like that. Sigils and the transmutation circles. So, obviously, get those down, people. When Remedy H says, get ready and shit like that, he's not playing with you. Get ready. Have stuff like this. Seriously, man. I'm not playing with you. I have spells in this book. This is my spell book too. Okay? And shit that these motherfuckers can't fucking read. And even if they, since the words are on here, even if they try to use the words, guess what? They would die because they're not carbon. It would literally just blow up in their face. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. So, okay. So all of these plushies, I have all these plush monsters right here. These are my plush monsters. Some of them are familiar, as you can see. Some of them are different, but some of them look familiar from like other. That's why I pointed out before. Some these motherfuckers, what they've done is that they took some of our stuff and they put them in different shows and everything like that, in different video games and movies and stuff like that. For example, they could take your wife, for example, from a previous life. That if they saw your wife in a previous timeline, I mean previous time basically, like one of your wives, they can look at her and be like, oh, okay, and literally remake her in an anime movie or anime show. And then eventually you have, anime boys, anime guys, anime, well, anime fans in general actually fall in love with it. And then if you tell anyone, oh shit, they actually use my wife, people would just look at you like, yeah, dude, whatever, who cares? Like, they won't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Some of the stuff that they show here is some of your weapons also. Now, it's not all of you guys' weapons, no, because there's so many weapons, it's ridiculous. Again, going back, look at Star Wars. The lightsabers are real. The Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts, the Keyblades, those are real. The wands in Harry Potter, they're real. We made them. Okay, guys? Seriously. And some of these things, but like, I don't even have to say it because Serious Temple made a video about it, all talking about these weapons. Shout out to you. Literally, watch his video about it. I don't even have to mention it here. Because watch it, it's really good. It's really good. Some of us had our own weapons. All of us had, some of us didn't have weapons, but some of us did. I had a power saw. I do call it the umbrella knife, obviously, but it's a power saw at the end of the day. It is, it's a power saw. Alright? Power saws are way older than umbrellas. They really are. It's such, like, I don't have to, whatever. Plus, moving on. This is my symbol for my plush monsters. That is a sigil for it. So, there is that. And some of them might have the marking on it, basically. So, and all these plush monsters, all these plushies that I made, some of them look familiar. Some of them are from, like, movies, video games, and all that. But I use them to, obviously, what they really are supposed to do, the plushies, they're supposed to be a distraction. That's one of the reasons why one of my plushies that evolved, kind of like what you see in Digimon, like that, evolve, she evolved, and now she looks like something that people would get distracted to. Basically, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. She looks beautiful, basically. All right? And when you have something like that, beauty, sex appeal, basically, it can distract you and you can use that as a weapon. Women have even used that as a weapon in ancient times, man. How do you think, first of all, how do you think how we fell, first of all? And second of all, how do you think we got these motherfuckers? Not because we told our women, oh, do it. They did it themselves. And they weren't like, oh, yeah. They didn't do it in a way that would betray their man. They would never do that. They did it in a way that these motherfuckers thought that they were being seduced, but at the same time, whoosh, whoosh, gone. Why do you think they hate the woman so much, man? She is feisty. She knows what she's doing. When she protects her man and her babies, she knows what she's doing. And it's sexy as all hell. It is. And these elites, they're fucking terrified of her. They're terrified of her. They are. They're terrified of all women. They really are. You think they're terrified of all men? Of course they are. But they're terrified of all women too. They're terrified of all of us, yes. So you guys got to know that if they're terrified of all women, they're definitely terrified of all men. They're definitely terrified of all children too. But they attack all children. Because they can't attack us. Because if they start attacking us, guess what? We start fighting back because we can fight back. Children can't fight back. They're small. They're weak. They need to be protected. We haven't been doing that, but soon we will. All right? We will. We will be doing that. Okay? And all those little children that you elites ate and drank and shit like that, their blood and crap like that, I'll put a clip here on YouTube, I think, showing Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, I believe. He's literally getting tied up like this because freaking the souls that he took for him to still be alive and, regenerate and shit like that, to be stronger and shit like that, all of those souls were coming out of his body and they literally killed him. That is what these children are going to do to you elites. For you freaking Dracos and all these motherfuckers that have been drinking the blood of the children. They're going to come out of your bodies. And they're going to come out of you and destroy each and every piece of you. Alright? I'm speaking these words because they are true. And you guys know it's true because you put it in your Freddy movie and you guys saw one of your own ones go through it. Don't fuck with me. You guys seen it before. Alright? You guys wouldn't put it in your movies if you never seen it. Alright? And when I saw that shit as a kid, I knew deep down that these motherfuckers saw that shit and they were fucking terrified. They were fucking terrified. They know exactly what we're capable of, even in death. That's why they don't want to die, because they know that we are waiting for them at the end of that road. Alright? Seriously, because we make sure that they're all gone. Okay? Seriously, that's why some of us look like Grim Reapers around here. I'm not playing with you. Look at me. I'm the CHUCKY. No shit, I'm going to look like a fucking skeleton. Oh, well, I just have a skull face, but look at that. I look like a Grim Reaper. Okay? And then I can turn into the Great Cosmic Serpent. Basically a Conzilla. You know? So, let's see. Is there anything more I could show? Yeah, that's really it. I just want to show you my plush monsters I got. I'll get more over time, obviously, as I get older. So, there's that. I'll probably have way more anyways because my soul is ancient as hell. So I'll probably have more than just 30 or 29. I'll just put that there just because I know I have a lot. So I can just put pages upon pages of them in here, which I don't really need because I need other pages to write other things I would like to put in here in this book. But that's it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Be ready, guys. Literally be ready. Be prepared. And this is not a joke. I hope you guys know this. This really isn't a joke. This is real. This is gonna happen, whether you like it or not. Where you still think that this is a joke or not. It's going. Excuse me. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Alright? Many people like me have already seen it. Many people like me have kept telling you that this day will come. And now it has come. What are you going to do about it now? Are you going to man the fuck up and get ready for it? Or are you going to cry? Because I know there's some orcs that watch this shit, and I'm just like, I'm talking about the elite ones. Alright? I'm not talking about normal Caucasians that are out in the streets. I'm mostly looking at your elites itself. Because you, majority of you, I'm looking at you. And yeah, I will always be your enemy. Always. Always. You Dracos know me. I don't have to, I would have said this before on this channel. You guys are scared to even utter my name. That's how much I'm feared by these Dracos. I'm called the Draco Slayer for a reason. They don't want to utter my name. They don't. They're terrified of that shit. Some of these orcs thought they were playing around, and I took some of them out, and they were like, they were telling these Dracos, I literally saw it when I was projecting myself in the astral and taking these motherfuckers out. They were literally telling them, holy shit, dude, you're not playing. SkullKlown must be stopped. This motherfucker's fucking nuts. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. And the Dracos are like, well, no shit. We told you, but you never listen. Because they ignorant too. Seeing them bicker is hilarious in my opinion. No, seriously, seeing them bicker is hilarious. I don't see it a lot. I barely see sometimes Dracos and insectoids. I don't see that. So when I do see that stuff sometimes, I'm like, I'm like a fly on the wall at this point, just looking at you guys talking, and I'm more like, hello, like, target here, basically, but you're not because you guys are stupid as fuck. Imagine that. They are a speck of dust that can't see a fucking giant titan that's looking at them like this. Or maybe they do see it. They just scared as fuck. I mean, would you be scared if you were tiny like this and a big, giant, ferocious beast that is a skeleton that has a skull face and clown makeup. Yeah, yeah, that would terrify someone. That would literally terrify someone. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? For crying out loud, some of these orcs get terrified of like things like Cthulhu. By the way, don't be surprised when you see these beings come here. Okay? When Remediate's talking about brothers and sisters coming down here too, yeah. Don't be surprised if other beings that don't look like a structure that we have come down here too. Don't be surprised. Alright? And yes, they're good. They're benevolent. They're not evil. They're not wicked, basically. They're good ones. But they're all wicked ones that look ferocious. And we will see them. Not in the sky flying, because some of them are going to go through portals. Okay? They might have some protection on them and shit like that. But overall, they're going to try to come here. Because they want this planet. You guys have no idea how many enemies we got in the galaxy. They're putting in Dragon Ball Z. Frieza is a Draco. Cell is a freaking Insectoid. And what's Majin Buu? Majin Buu is literally a Jinn. But I like to think of him now more than ever as like the Black Goo. But it's probably something else. But again, going back, I'll say Majin Buu is a Jinn still, because Majin, it says it in the name anyways. You know, in Jinns, it depends what Jinn it is. But Jinns, I don't have to get deep into Jinns. You guys can know about that in another time. But there's different types of Jinns anyways, so there's that. Just like there's different types of demons and angels and shit like that. So, but and again, like different types of dragons too. Oh my god. You talking about brothers and sisters flying around over here? When you look up in the sky and other entities that are like Cthulhu thing flying out in the sky, you're gonna see dragons too, man. Don't be surprised. If you don't, you don't. But I'm saying it right now. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see me as a dragon flying in the sky, for example. Don't be surprised. This is the shit we're heading to, guys. Nothing's gonna be the same in 2023. Okay? What we're heading in 2023 is literally what they call fantasy. But it's not fantasy, it's the most realist shit ever. We're going to hit Final Fantasy territory, Dragon Quest territory. We're heading there. We're basically there already. Because there's beings coming here that are mythical creatures that they're already showing themselves. Because they belong to this planet. And they've been trying to get here for a long time. Some of our brothers or sisters have been trying to come here for a long time too. We just had to meditate long enough to finally bring the astral world to the physical. Now we've done that. Not to say stop meditating. Don't stop meditating. What's wrong? What? It's like saying stop building. What? Does that make sense? You know that meme? Seriously, does that make sense? No, you don't stop. Keep doing it, man. It's working for a reason, so keep doing it. For crying out loud, I went back outside not that long ago to rebuild my towels again, and it's still up there. I did the sigils on the floor and everything like that, because I know the sigils fucking work. The sigils are a must, people. That's what I'm saying. Get a book and write them down. Remy H is not fucking playing. He's literally saying, fucking get prepared. When people, again, going back, when people like me are saying get prepared, we're not playing, get prepared. And I'm not just saying just make a book too. Do other things. Learn who you are. It's kind of loud, like, hello, you know, and even this too. Eventually, you won't even need this because you got these, baby. You got this whole body, baby. All right, and sooner or later, your body is going to literally change soon. It literally is. It is. Okay? And I already know what I look like in the astral realm. Like, you guys know. You guys know what I look like in the astral realm right there. So, I have changed. I look like this now more. you know, sometimes each generation, sometimes I like to change what I look like, but this time I've been changing my look around this time and stuff like that to not because I mean, I know some people might be like, oh, you just changed because you don't like the way you look. No, I'll just change because sometimes you just gotta look the part. Just saying. Sometimes you just gotta look the part. There it is. There's Kara, my plushie. That's how she is when she's evolved, basically. So she looks like this right now. So, and this is the sigil of my name. So if you ever want to call me to like help and shit like that, you put that sigil down, and I will find you. I will go to you. Okay? Seriously. And if it's a whole bunch of you guys, I can only go at one person. I'm only one person. I mean, there's many dimensions to me, yes, like anyone else, but I don't think all of us will go to you. especially if like especially if we're all going to just come at one at the same time when you really think about it. But that's it, guys. That's it. I'm sorry that I went on a tangent there and talked about a little bit more, but hey, it is what it is. So be safe, guys. I'll see ya, and get ready. That's all. That's all I have to say. And take care, guys. And this has been quite something, to be quite honest. I do appreciate you guys for watching my videos. Thank you. I really do. I've learned a lot, and I'm still going to learn even more in the future. And I'm just appreciate that this is happening, and I'm so happy that we're going back to what we were, to be quite honest. And also, I'm just like looking back at my YouTube stuff. I'm grateful for some of the stuff that I did on YouTube, for the bad and the good. Like you just had to learn sometimes. Um, and this is this is something that is just going to blow everyone's minds, man. They're gonna tell themselves so many times that I would have never thought 1,000 years this shit would happen, because they thought that this stuff would never happen in their lifetime. It's funny, they talk about stuff like this and they're like, yeah, that will happen, but they deny that they will happen in their reality in their lifetime. Why? Because they don't want to go through it. They want to live the mundane bullshit. Basically, in a way, you know how these elites wanted it to be for a long, long time for us to be asleep, but now it's not. We have awoken before that time mark, basically. Technically, we were supposed to be asleep for like 1,000 years, man. We were supposed to be asleep for a long, 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 long time. These orcs were told that we will be asleep for a long, 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 long time. That's why. Why do you think they made dates for 2050? They thought they had enough time. They have no time anymore. They have none. Because we decided to say, fuck you, no, this is it. You're done. You're done. This is it. You're done. And now look at it. Look what's happened. They want to make all these rules and shit like that, thinking that we accept it. But the people that have awoken are looking at this shit and we're like, no, fuck you. We're tired of this bullshit. No more. No fucking more. No more. And if you're going to keep doing it, we're going to be more aggressive to you. And it's not going to be pretty because you know you're going to lose. You will always lose. You'll always lose against us. You'll always need someone from all kind to fuck us over. Because you can't do it yourself. These Dracos can't even do it. And they've been around forever. Forever. We created them, guys. They know everything about us. These Dracos, they know everything about us. Who do you think these orcs had to go to know about us? The Dracos. Of course they heard stories and all that because of Zeus, but they never saw us until they came here, guys. They didn't know what we look like. They were going to the God Ward. Imagine that. The reptilians were trying to take over the God realm. They succeeded to a point, but at what price? Price of their own. That's kind of fucked up, isn't it? But they made their own decision. They had plenty of decisions to literally back down. Literally. For crying out loud, some of you reptilians, back in the day before all of this shit started happening, they used to be friends with us, man. They used to be friends with us. We used to get along. All of us used to get along. Until greed. Until all of a sudden you guys were like, ugh. Like, pathetic. You guys just decided to just, and it's not all of you, it's some of you guys just became really wicked. And it's funny too, because those are the ones that became wicked were like the families that we looked at and were like, dude, if anything got fucked up in the galaxy, we'll pick you right up because we're brothers in arms and shit like that. We created you and shit. Now we don't do that to you anymore. Because you fucked that up so much that we don't even want to fucking probably grab you anymore. We need to do it ourselves. Which is fine. We did it ourselves before. We do it again. We created you at the end of the day. We didn't need help creating you. So we can do this. You know? Zeus didn't need help creating his, these orcs. He did it himself. This is the power we have, people. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the intent that he probably wanted, or the intent that it was put in, but it is what it is. Yeah, I want to say this right now. There's a lot of what we call Olympian gods. You're going to see them. And you're going to see their powers. And it's going to... Guys, you know the whole story between the Titans versus the gods? The Titans and the gods are now walking with each other to fight the mortals that can't live anymore. Because they're not immortal. We didn't make them immortal. And they thinking that they are immortal. They're not. That's what happened. We made beings to basically be slaves, and then they rebelled against us. And then we kicked their ass. Then they left, and they grabbed more people. And then we're in the situation that we're in right now. There's more to it, obviously, but that's still the gist of it. Don't worry, you get your memories back anyways. Don't worry. Everyone will remember the story. Everyone will know this story. Everyone will know what happened. Everyone will know. Everyone will know. You know? I might not got the full story or anything like that, but everyone will know eventually. Everyone will know. Trust me. Everyone will know what used to be in this planet, and everyone will know what happened to this planet, and everyone will know who caused it to begin with. Okay? And once that happens, it's game time permanently. Okay? And that frequency and that thing that I just told you, guess what? It's on its way. It's coming. It's coming. I wouldn't be saying if it's not coming. Okay? We live in that lifetime now that it's coming. We will never have that implanted in our head, and we will never have that discussion if it was not happening. Call a spade a spade. Okay? We manifest everything, guys. We know what's going on around here. We want this shit to happen, and it's going to happen. That's the beauty of this shit, man. Some people are realizing what power they have here. Some people still haven't realized it, but you're going to. You're going to, whether you like it or not. And if any brothers and sisters try to be wicked while you get all of these what we call powers, guess what? You're going to be terminated permanently. Permanently. At least with me. With me, you will get no chance. You get no chances with me. You get no chances with me. I don't know about the counselors or the Galactic Federation, basically, or what you guys want to call it. I don't know about them, but with me, you get no second chance with me. You're out. You're gone. You're gone. You're terminated. You're terminated. Forever. Forever. Don't even think that you get anything back. You get jack shit. Okay? And you're never going to walk your way out from it. Literally. I'm that type of person that I would cuss your whole family. I would cuss your whole generation. You think that, I'm a king and queen and all that shit. Oh, no, you're not. Not anymore. I just cut, like, for example, and you never go back to it because I've completely cussed your whole shit. Now Your 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 daughters and your sons, they can't be kings and queens because I literally put a curse on you guys because you guys were that what we call naive or what we I don't know what we should call it. Because if you're gonna work with these motherfuckers, guess what? You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. Right? And I doubt that the Galactic Council or Federation, again, going back, whatever you guys want to call it, I doubt that they will appreciate what you did too. Because they might take my offer of what I just said. Because they probably hear what I just said and they'd be like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Because you fucked it up so much for us. Look at the situation that they ended up to. And you want to be like, oh, this is not something that, it's not like, this is not a situation when it was like Zeus that he decided to like not pay attention to himself and started making things that he was not supposed to. Then looking at it and it's like, oh fuck. Later on. That's a wholly different situation than just being like, oh, I'm gonna fuck my brothers and sisters over because fuck them and I wanna work with the elites because, oh, that precious moolah, which is nothing. But you are so focused on it so much because you just want that so much. You want satisfaction for no reason. It's like you're looking at nature and you're like, oh, I can't touch that. I can't bring that home with you. The fuck you talking about? What? You nature yourself. The fuck? Shit like that, man. Shit like that I'm talking about. That type of shit. That type of shit when you treat nature like crap. Don't get me started. You know how have you ever watched Harry Potter? You know how Haggard is when people talk shit about Dumbledore? That's how I am with Tiamat, with Mother Cosmos. You talk shit about her? You're in front of me? You I guarantee you will be so fucked up that even brothers and sisters will literally tell me, dude, what did you do? What did you do? I'm telling you, man, don't fuck with me when it comes to talking about my mama. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Right? That's why when I look at these elites and what they use my mama's blood for oil, basically, what they call oil, my mama's blood. Don't think that you're elite. Don't think that you wicked ones, don't think that you're safe from that shit. Don't think that you all. Alright? Because there's plenty of brothers and sisters out here, especially the ones up there, that see you do that shit, and they're angry as me. And we're the ones that are going to go after you. We're the ones that are going to look for you and make sure and grip your asshole a new one. We will. We will. And we literally do it just by looking at you. Just by looking at you. We can literally look at you and make you think that you're dying inside, but it's literally just all in your head. So you just be like this. And that's it. You be standing there like that because you're literally gone. You're gone. That's the power we have, my people. Okay? You guys have no idea what we can do. No idea, but you will find out. And when you will find out, I guarantee you we will fight these motherfuckers. Because I guarantee you will want to know what the fuck happened to this planet. Guarantee you. Ever since I found out about these motherfuckers, since day one, I always wanted to know who's going to fucking take these motherfuckers out. Who? Because these motherfuckers have to be stopped. And you always hear people saying, oh, but what are you going to do? I did plenty. I did a lot. Actually. We did a lot. We did. We did. For all those people that said, what are you going to do? We did a lot. We did a lot. For mama, for our family, for ourselves, for our future generations. You have no idea what we did here. People around here have no idea what we did here. But you know what? It will be talked about. And it will be discussed. Because people like you and me that have busted their ass to do this shit and no one else hasn't done this shit, who do you think who's going to get the credit? Not them, us. But at the same time, we're not going to look at them and be like, oh, ha ha, hee hee, ha ha. We're not going to be like that. Some of us might be like, yeah, of course, because you guys were idiots, but you're not idiots anymore. And some of us might look like you. Look, if it was me, I would look at you in shame. Even still. Like, I would just bow, like, look down in my head, like, especially the older folk. Like, not my generation or the 80s generation, like maybe a little bit of the 70s and 60s generation and 50s generation. Well, a little bit of the 70s generation, but the rest I'll be like, you know, depending who you are at the end of the day, you know, because there's people out there that were born in those generations and they knew what the fuck was going on, and no one still didn't listen to them. And I could just imagine being around an environment in the 50s and 60s, being in tune and spiritual with yourself, knowing what the planet's going through and how she feels, and knowing that this that you that and knowing that timeline that you were in, you know that no one wouldn't wake up around that time. You know how sad that is? You know how sad that is? I wouldn't dreamt of any nightmarish horror of that. That is horror. That's not a dream. That's a nightmare. That's a fucking nightmare. No one doesn't want to be in that. Do you? I don't. I fucking don't. But guess what? It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. And once it's over, we go back to what we used to be. That's really it. That's all we ever wanted. Deep, deep down, that's all we ever wanted. Because there's a reason why we watch these superhero movies and these sci-fi movies, and we look at it and we were like, oh my god, I wish I could do that with this. It's like, yeah, you say you wished you could do that because you wore that. I don't know what else to say. But the only thing I can say is just like, guys, don't be in shock when you see stuff that you think you're not supposed to be seeing. There's going to be a lot of religious people out here too that are going to go fucking nuts. Well, it is what it is. And it has to happen. Get ready.